Hi and welcome to Silver Soul Tarot. Today we are going to do a general reading with the Starseed Oracle. You don't have to identify as a starseed for this, just take it as it resonates. First of all, I'm going to apologise for the lack of lighting. My ring light I've just discovered the wiring is a bit buggered, so I'm not going to use it obviously. But we'll get through it. So let's crack on. So first of all, welcome if you are a new viewer. My name is Jo. If you are a returning viewer, why you're not subscribed, but never mind. And if you are a subscriber, much love to you. Let's take a couple of these oracle cards. That one wants to come out first. We've got Deep Cellular Healing, Arcturus Energy, Physical and Emotional Healing. It's also a bit overcast today. It's much nicer than it was yesterday, much cooler than the little heat wave we've just been in. So the sun might be kind of coming in and out, so I can only apologise on the lighting. I'm using my overhead lighting and that's all I've got. Let's take the second card. Water your garden, nourishment, body care, tenderness and rest. When I first got this deck, that was the card I continuously pulled. And I paid attention to it, and it's been a long time since it's come out, and here it is. Okay, so there's some energy here around healing, taking care of yourself, nourishing. This was a message that came out yesterday as well. Was it yesterday or the day before I did some readings? Yeah, there's definitely a sense of having to take care of yourself. Okay, get some rest, recuperation, eat well, drink plenty of water, especially in this heat. You don't want to overheat and dehydrate or anything like that. But there's definitely some healing needed to go on here. I've just dropped a card. Let me grab it. We're going to take it, excuse me. So this is the Magician card, okay? So this is, using all the energies, all the tools at your disposal to manifest something. So if this is to do with healing, then maybe you need to, spend a bit of time and a little bit of money, a bit of thought, a bit of care on yourself for a change. So maybe you've been helping other people a little bit too much. Maybe your job is a lot of helping other people and you need to take a little bit of care of yourself. I just stopped to get a drink, sorry. And you can't pour from an empty cup. So that came to mind because my coffee's nice and full. Let's get it down a little bit. Right, let's crack on. I want to drink it before it goes cold. I normally start these videos with a hot cup of coffee and it's cold by the time I get there. Okay, so manifesting, using the energies within you at your disposal, what you can to just look after yourself. You can't, like I say, you can't pour from an empty cup. So you've got the 9 of Cups. That's my Make-A-Wish card, having all your cups in a row. Maybe the last thing you need to sort out, the last cup, add that 1 cup and you get the 10. Maybe the last thing you need to sort out is you. Maybe you need to take care of yourself. Stop worrying about other people so much, or don't forget that at the end of the day, you need to take care of yourself as much as you need to take care of the people you're responsible for. If you've got children, obviously, children come first and, but just don't forget that you need time for yourself and, energy for yourself. You've got the Page of Swords. This could very much be some communication, but I think in this sense, this is your communication. This is a bit of a funny angle. This is it, don't overthink it. Don't worry about what other people are going to think if they're going to look at you being like, why is she all of a sudden doing that? No, it's got nothing to do with anyone else. This is me and the universe and your angels and spirits and guides through me telling you, don't worry about what anyone else thinks. Don't overthink the situation. There's no need to cause an argument with anyone. It's just you need to start loving on yourself a little bit more and start healing. We've got the King of Swords and the 8 of Wands. So the King of Swords is it's an intellectual card. It's understanding, it's truth, it's knowledge. I think you know how and where you need to put your energy into yourself. I think you're probably sitting there thinking, I would just love to be able to have an hour a day or half an hour a day where I can just, file my nails and have a bath. Well, eke out that time. You've got to carve it out. You've got to use it wisely, because the King of Swords is quite wise. You know, he's spent a lot of time intellectually, you know, thinking things through and understanding things. So he's far from stupid. You know, he's very intellectual, very understanding, very clear in his thoughts. So this is where you need to step into your King of Swords power. So you got the Eight of Wands. Now that is the card of something coming in. You know, there could be some communication. It could be just shooting your shot. And I think this is very much like, if you don't take the time to settle down, look after yourself, I think the universe is going to bring something in that's going to kind of make you do it. You need to heal on a mind, body and soul complex level. It's all of it. It's not just one. It's not just drinking more water, or just, you know, having that bath, or going to the gym, or, you know what, it's not just that, it's everything. You need to maybe sort of take a good look at the whole and understand it all. I mean, even write a journal, or, you know, write in a diary or something about, you know, what you're eating and how it makes you feel, something like that. Even it's almost like coming at it in a more intellectual, thoughtful way. You've got the Ten of Cups. Okay, so the Ten of Cups is the ultimate wish fulfillment. It's the happy ever after. It's the joyous. It's almost, like I said, one more cup and you get the Ten of Cups from the Nine. So this is like what is going to make you feel a little bit more whole and a little bit more complete, is actually you just loving on you. Strength card. Yep, you've got the strength to do it. You've got the courage to do it. You've got to be... The thing about the strength card specifically is it's not about brute force. It's not about, you know, physical strength in that truest sense. You know, she's very calming. She's very loving. She's very nurturing the way she's dealing and how she's calmed the beast. You know, she's not using brute force or, you know, violence or anything like that to tame him. She's used her, you know, there's a mutual respect there. You know, she's used that kind of calm, loving energy. So don't come at although you've got to be knowledgeable and you've got to be smart about it. You definitely got to be smart about it. You've also got to be quite nurturing and quite understanding, and understanding your own limitations, you know, and what time you do have, you know, rearranging your schedule so that you can just have 30 minutes to yourself of an evening. Maybe you have to have a bit of communication with someone if you're in a partnership or marriage, whatever, with, you know, with someone and there's children involved, or, you know, a lot of responsibility involved. Maybe, you know, they get to go and do, you know, their gym for, you know, 3 hours a week, but you don't get that time to yourself. Maybe it's, you know, just time to have a little bit of a communication with someone to discuss a way around it. Just be smart about it. Okay, and loving and nurturing to all involved, but especially yourself. That card just came over. Got the Ace of Pentacles. Okay, so the Ace of Pentacles is a new beginning, a new chapter. This could very much be what leads you on a new journey. Take that as it resonates. You know, if you're happy in your life and you're settled and you're calm, I think it's just going to be sort of like the way you start looking at yourself and others and the world around you. But it's certainly going to affect your 3D reality. Okay. And yeah, I mean, any kind of form of exercise is always going to make you feel better. Drinking, you know, more water and less Coca-Cola is always going to make you feel better. You know, eating salads rather than, I'm trying to think of like the worst thing you could possibly eat, but then in you know, donuts. You know, there's I want to say there is always a place in your diet for a donut as a donut lover, but I don't have one. I couldn't tell you the last time I had a donut. Oh, excuse me, hold on. I don't know if you can hear that, but it's not close enough. You might not be able to hear it, but there's just like a car horn just going off, and it freaked me out, but it's not. It's nothing to do with me. I think it's over behind me. Yeah, there's always a place in someone's diet for a donut, but you know, like I said, I couldn't tell you the last time I had a donut. I'm probably going back months, you know, but I could tell you the last time I had an apple. You know, you just have to kind of make small changes but they'll actually affect you in a way you probably won't ever truly understand, or truly believe, might be the better word of putting it. Okay, so now you've got the Queen of Swords. Okay, so this is about setting boundaries. Okay, she's obviously not the end of the cycle, because the end of the cycle is the King, so he's mastered that in that sense. But certainly I would say in this sense with the Queen, it's about setting boundaries. It's about making yourself clear, clearly heard. Jesus, I need to drink some more coffee. Yeah, I'm going to go straight. And that the first thing that came to mind when that one came out is about setting boundaries. Okay, healthy boundaries with partners, children, work, family, however that resonates with you. You know, because you can't pour from an empty cup. You have to be at the top of your game in order, well, at least maybe not at the top of your game, but you certainly have to be healthy in order to help others and live healthily and be healthy and be happy and productive. You've got the Ace of Swords coming out. So yeah, you've got 2 aces now, so it's new beginnings. It's about changing your thought process, your programming, your mentality in order to get this new beginning. You got the Emperor, okay, making those power moves, you know, being in control of. I know it's quite easy. We've all done it when you've got responsibilities. It's quite easy to get lost in them, and you know, overgive to the point where you actually feel quite lost. But it's about making the right moves at the right time, ensuring you've got everything that you need with the Magician to do it. You know, do you need to maybe put a little bit of finances aside and join a gym, or can you do, you know, just get some resistance bands and work from there? You know, when it comes to diet, you know, do you have to maybe look at cooking more from scratch? You know, do you need to buy a cookbook, or, you know, get on YouTube and start finding yourself a recipe, you know, a cook on there that you can follow? And I don't know, you have to take this as it resonates, but there's definitely a lot of physical, emotional and spiritual healing needed here. Okay, maybe more physical and emotional first and foremost, but don't forget, you know, it's physical twice, so yeah. And there's the Star card, okay, healing. Okay, it's all about healing with the Star card. It's pouring the energies where it's needed, you know, making those wishes. There's a couple of wish cards here, so, you know, you are the star. You know, what is it that you're hoping for? Maybe Christmases and birthdays you can ask for, I don't know, workout equipment, or, you know, cookbooks, the things we've been talking about. I'm going to leave it there, and I'm going to say thank you very much for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, and I will catch you on the next one. But please comment how you can improve your physicality and your emotional and spiritual health. I'd love to know. Bye.